Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. This is the place to be to raise the consciousness within in order to create a life and business of ease, flow, and freedom. This podcast offers inspiring stories, strategies, and special guests to help you become your most aligned self. I am Minerva Maharaj, a former NBA Toronto Raptors dancer turned ICF accredited spiritual life coach, founder of Goddess of Wisdom Spiritual Life Coaching, and Star Seed Academy coach training. My soul's mission is to show you the impossible is truly possible. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's get to awakening your soul's wisdom. Welcome to another episode of Words of Wisdom podcast live recording. We're here on Instagram, so if you are listening live or you're joining later, be sure to leave a message. Today we're talking about how to stay high vibe when life happens. Do you need to be high vibe all the time in order to see more evidence of what it is that you want in your reality? So I'm going to address that today. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like you need to be high vibe? You need to be positive, you need to be full of energy, you need to be joyful, you need to be positive all the time. The truth is, this is a twofold truth, okay? You don't need to be high vibe all the time, but you do need to work towards maintaining a steady vibration of love. So I'll say that again. You don't need to be high vibe all the time, but you do need to work towards a steady vibration of love. The reason why you may see, and you go back to listen to some of my episodes, the reason you may see things in your reality come and go up and down, one of the reasons, because there are many reasons, but one of the reasons is your vibration is tied to the frequency of inconsistency. So for example, money, clients are coming in, you're feeling alive, you're thriving in your business, all the ideas are flowing, and you're kind of bursting it out, and it all seems like, oh yes, everything is happening. Everything is falling into place. And then you have a client who doesn't resign, or you get some bad feedback somewhere, or something happens in your external reality that stops the flow of what was happening. And then that external experience affects your internal experience. You start to feel defeated. You feel hopeless. You feel like you're never going to get there. You don't feel enough. You feel frustrated. You feel like a failure. You feel like giving up, and you spiral down. That is a sign that you are allowing your external reality to dictate your internal reality. And that cycle of outer inner will keep repeating itself because your power doesn't lie. You haven't claimed it. You're not owning it. You're not living from that place. You're not living from the power from within. You're living from the power without, in the out. So you're allowing the external circumstances depict how you feel and what vibration that you frequent and what you're putting out there. So you put out this wavy vibration. You have this a consistency in your vibration. You're high, you're low, you're high, you're low, you're high, you're low, you're sometimes high, and then you drop really low. That normally happens because the external circumstances, you have put the power externally outside of you, to the clients, to the money, to outside circumstances, that when that happens, then you feel good. Then you feel successful. Then you feel alive. Then you feel joyful. Then you feel like showing up for work. And then when that doesn't happen, when it's not there, or when it's there, or triggers you in some way, it affects your vibration and you go down and you feel low, your level of low. And we tend to, when we're there, it gets deeper, that hole. The longer you're there, you keep spiraling downward. So my point there, to start there, I'm going to walk you through this whole topic of like, do you need to be high vibe? You need to understand that, number one, if you are experiencing these inconsistencies and these highs and these lows and these very lows, is because your external circumstance is depicting your internal circumstances. Your external reality is depicting your internal reality. And if you want to have that permanent vibration, I had one of the participants email me after our Have It Now workshop that happened last week. By the way, it was an incredible workshop. Like, I know people say that, but it was really good. And I was getting messages all through the weekend and follow-up emails of how good the workshop was. So if you want to still be a part of that, you can receive the recording. Just go to goddessofwisdom.ca, Have It Now workshop, and you can get access to the free workshop. So one of the participants had asked, I want that permanent vibration. How do I do that? And it's layered. And I'm going to share at the end of this how you can do that. But the ultimate goal is not so that I can get that vibration or feel high vibes so that I can get the money, the clients, the business, and all of those things. That just ends up being the overflow to how you're feeling. And I believe that the true success is who you are being. The true success is who you are being. And to hold that permanent vibration of love, joy, excitement, overflow is by being that consistently. And that is the challenge there. That is the change to be had, is to be consistently. And normally what affects our being, family opinions, outside sources, clients, money, ideas, anything on the external affects the internal, affects your being, your inner being. All of those things affect who you be and how you show up and how consistently you are being that. So that's why it's hard to be a high vibe being all the time, is when you put in the driver's seat. What you put in the driver's seat is other people, other things, external influences. That affects your being and being consistently. Because who you truly be, when you get down to the core of your inner being and who you are, you're pinched off energy. You are pinched off. You are source energy here in physical form. And in you, this inner being, what your inner being knows and knows to be true and who you truly are, is one of being peace, overflow, love, abundance. It knows no lack. It knows no worry. It knows no fear. It just be. And so if you want to start experiencing in your physical reality more consistency, that high vibe, that joy, that peace, that love, that light, that feel good, whatever that feel good thing is for you, if you want to experience that more consistently, you need to start living internally. You need to start mastering that being, mastering that vibration of who you truly be, and not waver from external circumstances or influences. family, friends, work, bank accounts, clients, all of those things. And the people that you most admire, the people that you consider the most successful for whatever reason in their relationships, in their career, in their businesses, you think they're top of the game, I'll tell you this, that the reason they are that is because they mastered their being, who they are being. They didn't become that because the circumstances were perfect or it worked out in their favor all the time. They changed before the changes took place. It's because of that inner change and stabilizing who they are being and how they show up, and continually master who they're being because they continue evolving and changing, but keep elevating with that, rising to that, and being strong and sturdy within themselves in who they are being. That's when the external circumstances change in their favor. Someone asked me in the workshop, well, how do you stay high vibe when, a spouse or partner is not supportive, or when a family member makes a comment about your business? How do you stay high vibe? How did you get through that? And to me, it's not getting through it. It's because in different ways, that's happened for me multiple times in the past, and in different ways it still shows up. So it's not that those circumstances stop altogether. It's either they, lessen in frequency, but ultimately it's who I am being when I show up. So the circumstances didn't change in order for me to feel better. I just started feeling better and the circumstances started to change. And when it does show up, I just show up strong in my being, stronger in my being. Now there's things I've mastered and there's things I'm still mastering. And I love that. So I hope this is resonating with you. So let's recap what we've touched on so far. You won't be able to be that consistent frequency when you allow your external reality to dictate your internal reality, because that will always be that tug of war internally. So in order to start living consistently and start experiencing more what you want consistently, you need to be more solid and consistent in your internal being. You need to allow that to lead. Allow the inner being to take the front seat, to take the wheel of the car, and not just in the back seat. The inner being needs to start running the show. That source energy within you, that inner wisdom, that inner strength, that indestructible, limitless version of you, that being, that entity, that energy of you, that exists. And if you tapped into that more often than not, that's the practice. That's the practice, is mastering your being. It's not eliminating the distractions. It's not necessarily eliminating the external influences, because we are human. We are walking this earth. There's going to be contrasts all around. The practice is mastering your being, not changing the external circumstances so that you can show up and be who you truly want to be. Because if you're waiting for things to change around you, you're always going to be waiting to change. And things are not going to change. You're going to be in this loop. You're going to be in this cycle. So how do you start experiencing more of what it is you want? How do you start experiencing consistency, that safety, that security, that steadiness in your life experience? Because I do believe we're here to experience that. We're here to experience expansion. We're here to experience overflow, and we're here to experience the journey in that, not just the end result. And really, it's about experiencing us flourishing and blooming more into who we truly are. That's the joy. That's the journey. And when you master your being, you master your frequency. You master true alignment on every level of your being, your mental, emotional, your physical, your spiritual, your energetic being. When you master that, that's true alignment. That's true joy. That's true peace. And you're untouchable with anything that shows up in and around you. And in fact, when you truly are detached from the external, that's when you actually see more of what you want show up into your physical reality. The clients show up, the DMs show up, people wanting to work with you, the money, the reworking of opportunities, maybe the way your family reacts to you, but ultimately who you are being and how you are feeling becomes more consistent and not wavering all the time. So let me know what speaks to you the most. Leave it in the comments below or DM me on Instagram, Goddess of Wisdom Coach. I'm talking a lot about mastering your inner being, and I've given you an opportunity, and if you haven't already join the Have It Now workshop, which is absolutely free. You go to goddessofwisdom.ca and you can sign up for the recording. But also what I want to share with you today is if you're ready for that next step, if you are ready to master your being, master your frequency, master true alignment so that you are untouchable mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, energetically, so that you can be truly free, I welcome you into my new group immersive program, Portal to Overflow. This is where we master your being to master your reality. And not just to master reality, so that you can master the frequency of who you truly be and have that steady vibration and have that steady frequency and permanent frequency, if you want to put it that way, because we really are going to be shifting and raising the entire platform of your life, because we're raising the entire platform and rewriting, transmuting, transforming your entire being, your entire frequency and the level of your life, so that law of attraction, what you are being is what you are receiving, is what you will be having. Behave, be have. And so that's what Portal to Overflow is all about. I'm so excited. This is a burst of creation from my soul from the past 2.5 years, if not more, all in one place of mastering your being, master your reality. It's a 6-month group program. And what we're going to do is we're going to meet twice a month for 6 months to master your frequency and raise the platform of your life to the level and frequency of overflow. You're going to have hot seat coaching as we meet 2 times a month. You're also going to have ongoing group support in Voxer, where you can leave me a message and you receive voice message and text messages from me to tweak your vibration and stay in alignment to who you truly be and what it is you truly desire to experience more of in your life. You're also going to have access, lifetime access, to the online Portal to Overflow. And these are brand new remastered tools of mine where you're going to rewrite and reprogram your entire being. So you can binge on this, you can move at a slower pace, and you'll have access to this for life. So for example, when I'm feeling that stuck emotion in my body, when I'm feeling something physically will not remove, you have access to unlimited tools, clearing tools, meditations, tappings, lessons, tips, exercises, step-by-step guidance, videos, all brand new, all in alignment to master your being and shifting your reality to the level of overflow. And we also have a kickoff call starting June 29th. And this is called the Have It All Kickoff Call. And honestly, there's no other name I could have given it, because this call alone is going to create the foundation and safety to inviting a life of overflow. Like, if you are not going to look at any of the other tools in the program, I truly believe you'll be fine just from this call and repeating this and practicing what I'm going to teach you in the foundational tools, and also the platform we're setting on this call, so that you can feel safe and be arms wide open to a life of overflow. So that starts June 29th, and then we continue for 6 months from July to December. And we're doing a special rate right now for $555 per month, or we have a pay in full special. So if you are interested, DM me on Instagram at Goddess of Wisdom Coach, or go straight to the link in my bio, goddessofwisdom.ca/portal to overflow, and apply for a spot today. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I hope you found this very supportive. Talk to you soon.